Ethan Waldman. Hey man, wanted to give you a little feedback with regard to a couple comments that he left us. Love his ideas.
Yeah.
Let's talk about them.
Yeah. Why did we decide to get into real estate? What we're doing before our first property, and what kind of financing do you need / to find it to begin? We will answer all those
In a future episode,
in a very near.
here's the
future.
very brief explanation. Real estate, because of its powerful leverage and positive monthly cash flow,
Passive
as
income.
well as absentee ownership.
Yep.
We love all of those qualities about real estate. What were we doing before our first property?
Check out the about page on our blog.
Right, you were an assistant athletic director, and I was a realtor, auctioneer, and community relations coordinator for a school district. What kind of financing do you need to find to begin? We're outliers. We have a tremendous relationship with a little local bank, and we've spent a tremendous amount of time cultivating that relationship, and we encourage you to do the same. Go find a single branch, incredible bank that is not selling mortgages on the secondary mortgage market that can really assist you. Also from this episode,
ask them, what they're looking for, 75%, how much money they need down, all that good stuff. Find out what their criteria is. Meet their criteria if you can.
Exceed their criteria, so that if you said to them, you sit down with them, you say, in a perfect world, what loan to value would you want to lend on? In a perfect world, how much cash reserve would you like for me to have? In a perfect world, and you ask all of those scenarios, they spell it out to you, you go do your homework and bring back a deal that's better than that. Really,
they'd have to give you a loan,
or they'd be eating crow. They would have lied to you under the pretenses of the line of questioning that you asked them.
Under promise, over expectations.
Correct, right? Under promise, over deliver. How many construction and remodeling experience did you have prior to this project?
Me 0, you 1.
Oh boy, I bought my very first home.
Oh yeah, so 2.
It was, put it this way, the very first home that I bought was in such bad condition that my father came and looked at the home, and as he was driving home, I'm told that he cried. Now I don't know if I've ever seen my dad cry in a lifetime, except for maybe at the passing of his folks. But I'm told that he thought to himself, maybe I'm being too hard on this guy this time because the first home is in such bad condition. However, got in there, and you want to talk about getting dirty. Yeah. So went after it. My skills were awful. The house turned out awful. I was so proud of it too, even. I was so proud of this thing. We'd invite people to dinner, and I'd be all like, my chest would be all puffed out. And I'm like, yeah, I've renovated this house. It's sexy. And then we went and revisited it after having rented it for a year to some tenants. And then we decided we were just going to auction and liquidate this property, which we ultimately did. But just prior to the auction, we went back and looked at it. And
scary.
Oh, it was so bad. Anyway, it's an embarrassing yada, yada, yada. That's the long story. Anyway, Google's an incredible resource when it comes to needing to learn how to remodel. We do everything trial by fire, right? Yeah. Like, how many houses did you own before the first one you bought?
Right, that'd be easy, right?
Right, that's just, what I mean? Like, ultimately, you're going to need some experience. Just dive in. Any books or resources we found invaluable?
Before we started, what was the one? Fix It, Flip It, Forget It, something like that. I read it. It gave you a lot of good ideas about things.
Check out the resources page of the blog. We'll continue to post the books that we've read that we feel are of value as they relate to passive income and real estate investing both.
Yep.
So anyway, if you have any more specific questions with regard to specific titles or as it relates to additional construction, don't hesitate to hit us up. We appreciate your feedback.
Thanks, Ethan. See you, buddy.
Peace.